Would you ever swim out in solid pipeline? Probably not, I don't know. What technology improvements do you think are going to help progress surf photography? Craig L on Instagram. Technology, well, I think Instagram's pretty changed the great game. Digital photography changed everything. You know, it's hard to make money as a surf photographer now. Instagram's changed it again. It's cheapened a lot of photography. People are posting amazing photos and that's all they get. You know, all they get is a couple likes on Instagram and that's it. So I think improvements, I think Aquatech are doing some good things. They got the Access Go, I think is quite good. So that's, you know, it's put your mobile phone in it and you can go take photos and you can live stream. So I think that's improving surf photography. The other thing is RED cameras. I think they're changing the game because apparently you can pull a still off a video file. So companies, all they have to do is send a photographer that can do video and they shoot video and then they just pull stills from the video. But I don't think the quality is as good, but apparently it's getting there. So that's something to think about. Riley Hannah, is it worth getting a housing if photography isn't your job, but it's your passion, in all caps? Thanks, Riley. Yeah, I think it's worth getting a housing if it's just your passion, because hey, you're passionate about it, put the money in and get yourself a good housing. You will not regret it. These housings, they last for years, I say. So yeah, I think it's worth it. Would you ever swim out in solid pipeline? Probably not, I don't know. I don't know if I'm up to that game level yet to swim out in solid pipeline. It'd be pretty hairy. I've seen some of my friends have been there and they said it's just pretty, it's like a beach break that's just so shifty, closes out, only 10% of the time you can make waves. So it'll be interesting, and maybe one day I'll head to Hawaii. Cooper Clown says, what was your first camera for surf photography and how do you suggest shaping it into a business? It was a Canon 450D. And then I upgraded to a 60D, and then from then I've gone to the 5D Mark III because it's a full frame sensor, really good camera. It's pretty solid. Shaping into a business, I think selling your prints to local people, that's probably the best way. Yeah, that's probably the best way to probably make money quick. What's your dream job? Mine is a surf photographer. Love your work, mate. You're a legend. Luca Salisbury Photography. Thanks, mate. My dream job, I think I already got my dream job, is doing surf photography. It's not full-time, this is only a hobby. My full-time job is a graphic designer for the Gold Coast Marathon. And I do video and photography for them and graphic design. And that's pretty much my dream job already, so I'm pretty much almost there. Geez, this is a long video. We're up to 15 minutes already. Are you hanging in there? Should I keep going? Or maybe let's break it up into maybe 2 parts, I think. Maybe I'll break it up into 2 parts. I'm wanting to start getting some photos in the shore break, and the lens I use at the moment is a 24 to 70 Canon. Or should I go and buy a fisheye lens? Oscar Trinsic. Oscar, for shore break, I think you should probably buy a wide angle lens. It just captures more of the image. A fisheye is really good. It captures even more than a wide angle. I think GoPro is, you know, it's got that market covered, but I think with a DSLR, you can probably get a bit better image quality than a GoPro. But GoPro have that market covered with the fisheye look. For under-over shots too, so if you get a dome port, you use a fisheye, get under-over, that's your good, that's the way to go. Owen Douglas, big slab with bad light or small shore break with good light? Oh, that's a tough one. I'd say big slab with bad light because even in bad light I can make a good shot, I reckon. Small shore break, good light, that's good too. A little bit big is always good. Marie Lux, how do you stay fit to be able to photograph in every condition? I run a lot. I run a couple times a week. I also cycle, but the only way to get fit in the surf is to be out in the surf. So you just keep going in the surf and that's how you get fit. So just keep going in the surf. Fabu on Instagram says, how do you get those sunbeam images with reflection just above the water? I'm not sure what you mean. Reflections above the water, just keep the lens really close to the surface and go at sunrise and you'll get maybe some sunbeams, maybe 20, 30 degrees away from the sun and you might get some sunbeam. Also on a misty day, I've had at Burley, you get some sunbeams coming through the mist. That's also really good. Anastasia Zagovenkova. Thank you, Anastasia, for this question. Dylan, thank you for your incredible channel and beautiful gallery. My question is, how do you make safe interaction with dangerous animals? Do you take a knife with you for safety or something else? Do I take a knife? No, I don't take a knife with me. I haven't had any close interactions with animals yet. I'm yet to do some photography with sharks or whales or dolphins. Well, I've seen dolphins out in the wild, but they're not dangerous, and they just mind their own business, really. They're not too interested. Seals, haven't really experienced it yet, so I don't take a knife with me. I think you're pretty safe in the ocean. You should be okay. Swell spray photography. If there was no tally rock jump and no cove at Burleigh, how would you plan to get out at dead low? Okay, no tally rock jump. Well, you'd jump out at Palm Beach and get out there and then float around Burleigh Heads. That's how you'd get out, I'm pretty sure. Joe Lidley, do you consider me a close mate? Joe, mate, I know you. You're a good mate. You're cool. You're cool. What's your favorite lens to shoot photography? Well, I think you all know that. That was from L. Alex Castro. It's the 24 to 105mm lens f4. I don't know why, it's my first lens I had, and I keep using it. It's just so versatile. I use it like from 40 to 150, and yeah, it's a good lens. I'm yet to get a better one. Maybe a 24 to 70 might be good too. James Farrell says, what is your favorite spot to shoot at? Burleigh. Where is your bucket list place to shoot at? Bucket list, I've been to a lot of my bucket list places, but I wasn't an avid surf photographer then, so I want to go back to Indonesia. I want to go to Hawaii, and I want to go to Fiji, and back to New Zealand, and around Australia. So there's heaps of places to go. Steve Dillon photo, thanks Steve. Great channel. Thanks for posting all the helpful tips. Just got award photography about a year ago. I'm curious if you use autofocus or hyperfocus for inside the barrel shots. Which one works for you? Thanks. I don't know what hyperfocus is. I use AI servo, which is a continuous focus and one shot. So I switch between the two and I work on my focus. Focus is an interesting thing. Autofocus on cameras is pretty good, so don't be shy to use that. Manual's pretty hard. But on a wide angle lens, it's easier. Flynn McIntyre, the last question to finish off this video. I'll break this video up into two parts because I think it's like 20 minutes already. Flynn McIntyre says, what settings do you use to get slow shutter effect? Been trying a bit on my Canon and I've struggled to get the right settings. What do you think is better, Aquatech or SPL, even though you have an Aquatech? Well, I think Aquatech's the best. No, I've only used Aquatech, and the materials they use are solid. They're pretty light. The back plate is awesome. The clip system is awesome. And their port system's really good too. So I haven't used an SPL, so I can't be subjective, but the Aquatech is pretty solid. Settings to use a slow shutter. I think 1/10 shutter speed priority is pretty good. I actually, to be honest, I don't shoot slow shutter speed too often. I'm always trying to get sharp photos. I'm going to start working that into my photography, so be sure to look out for videos about slow shutter photography in waves, and I'll give you some tips once I work it out, because I don't know, to be honest. Call that a day. That's like 20 minutes of Q&A. Thanks guys. I reckon I'll do another one of these. It's pretty fun. I love hearing all your questions, so that's what's going to grow this channel, is all your questions, and we'll help each other along the way. But it's good to connect with you guys, and you guys make the channel, not me. I'm just featuring on it. You guys comment, you guys watch, so thanks to you guys for watching this channel. I'm gonna have to call it there, guys. I'll see you guys out in the water again. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.